Oh, you guys are back again. It's good to see. So I was telling you guys in the last video that I put in some new doors. This is the last piece of trim that I need to put on the door to get it all sealed up. Well, that's what I'm going to do right now because it's a pretty nice day. They say the cold weather is really coming in. So that it's a pretty nice day right now to go ahead and get this on here, and then I can get the door caulked up before the bad weather comes. We actually had to kind of custom make this whole thing here because these log cabins are so out of whack. You know, the boards, when they dry, they warp and they twist and they turn a little bit. So we had to kind of custom make this whole side piece and then bring this out a little bit so everything matched up. So now we're going to put this top board on here to finish the encasing. And then I'm going to finish that rock there. I have a little more than halfway to go, a little less than halfway to go. And then I think in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to start that compost pile for your humanure. So another action-packed video on living on the homestead. And somebody was asking in an earlier video, how do you use a nail gun and an air compressor? We have a generator. We never said we don't have a generator. And for construction and stuff, I just got these tools to make it a little easier because I know I'm going to be building a tiny house, a guest house, a shop, and stuff like that. So I went ahead and got these tools to make it just a little bit easier. And it does help quite a bit, actually. So I'm not... we're not anti-tools or anti-electricity by any means, but for us, we just don't see the return on investment for buying solar. I'll tell you what, this white oak is so strong. You can't really even you can't even barely hammer a nail through this. Even sometimes the air compressor has a hard time shooting a nail through it. But I got that piece on there, and then what I'll do here in the spring is I'll run some stain across the top here and blend it all in, and then this will really turn out nice. So now let's run some caulk on it. That wind has really picked up, so that means it's coming in. So you better believe them when they tell you. Just a big change in the weather. It's been pretty nice, and now it's going to get a little seasonably cool, is what they're saying. So this is probably a little warm for our area, and now it's going to get seasonably cool. That's it. Doing all my honeydews while it's nice out. Still, I mean, I could have a jacket on today, but you know, you don't have to. It's not that bad out, really. If you had a mom, she'd tell you to wear a jacket right now. So Mom, if you're watching this, don't leave a comment about me having my jacket on. The caulking is all done on the door, so now I'm going to move on here. And I ran out of the billboards. I was using it on the other side. I actually robbed this from the other side. I'm going to go grab another one today. Because what I want to do is pretty much take this to the end of the cabin, because then that'll be at the end of my walkway for going behind the woodshed. So you'll see how all that comes together, and then when I put the water system over there for the outdoor kitchen, you'll see how all that comes together. But that's my plan anyways. So I have another maybe 7-foot strip to get put in, but I'm going to go ahead and get this all done as much as possible so that way it's prepped and ready and done. So if we get snow or anything, it's no problem to walk over to the wood shack to get our wood for the wood cook stove. Now this here, this is Sonny. He's our city chicken. He is floating around here because he gets a little extra treat. He has a beak problem, and we have to keep an eye on his beak and trim it every once in a while because it grows kind of funny. So when I'm out doing stuff like this, I usually try to give him some worms because he doesn't eat as good as everybody else. Isn't that right, Sonny? Here we go, Sonny boy. Come here, Sonny boy. There you go. There you go, Sonny boy. Atta boy. He loves it. Come here. Come here, we're gonna show him your beak. Come on. Hold on. Atta boy. See, his beak is kind of funny. Gotta trim it every once in a while. Kind of grows over it. But he's a good boy. So the hole is dug, and now what I'm going to do is, no, the hole's not dug, I'm Doug. But anyways, the hole's ready. So what I'm going to do now is take the straw, and I'm going to line it in here. So you want a nice big cushion of straw down at the bottom, and that's going to create a sponge effect. So everything that I put in there, the straw is going to suck it up, and then as we build the pile up, the sawdust will also suck it up. Also, the reason why you have this trench here is because you don't want the liquids like seeping out underneath the boards, or you know, this is a low side of my compost bin, so I made this side here a little higher or a little lower as far as the floor goes, because I don't want anything to leak out. If it sits in here, it'll seep to the ground, and it'll also be dried up by just the heat and everything going on. But when it rains and stuff like that, you're going to get some liquid in here. So this is basically your sponge. Now I know what you're already thinking. You're like, well, why do I have to use straw? Why can't I just use hay? Old hay. Because straw, if you didn't know, that's why you use this as your bedding for your livestock. Straws are like tubes, okay? And they're really good at sucking up moisture, but hay is still a full blade of grass and a full blade. You know, straw is tubular, and that stuff is not. So what it does is it gets the moisture, and then it just gets real soaky wet, you know? So it's best just to use your straw. And that's pretty much it. So now I'm going to start emptying my buckets into there. Then I will cover everything up with straw, and there will be no odor, no smell, no nothing. And then every time that I dig into that pile to add more buckets, I'll pull it out so it looks kind of like a volcano, you know, so the sides will get high, and I'll have a big center dish, if you will, and then I'll put the buckets in there, and then I'll pull everything back over the top of it and add more straw. And you repeat that process all the way to December, 1 year, and then you let it sit for a year. So in 2019, in December, this pile will be ready to use on whatever we want to use it on. Trees, plants, shrubs, the garden, the raised beds, whatever we want to use it on. So do your homework. Hopefully you found this video entertaining yet informative. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you have any questions about humanure composting, or my rocks over there, or the front door, just leave them down below. We love hearing from you guys. Thanks for sharing the videos. Thanks for showing up every day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. So hold on, where are you guys going? No one even left a comment yesterday in the video and said, but what's the big project? You said you were gonna tell us. So don't leave yet. here you can see I have it staked out right here. We've been talking about putting in a root cellar, so we're gonna have a build coming up. I'm running into some snags right now, but I'm gonna get them worked out. But we're gonna have a root cellar build that is gonna like blow your mind. And what I'm gonna do is incorporate the root cellar. I'm gonna make a shop so I can house my tools and have a little area to do some, you know, change the oil on the lawnmower, just stuff like that, instead of being up in that barn where it's dusty. The chickens are in there all the time, the cats are in there all the time. So we'll use that for buggy storage. Our saddles in there, the horses are in there, and we'll just kind of use that as a multi-purpose room. And then down here is where I'll have all my tools in the workshop area where I can fidget and fiddle, and maybe become that guy. All right, you can leave now, but now you know.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. You might want to check out these videos.
And if you want to become a homestead homie, click the picture of us below.
We will see you tomorrow.